Because of this, we have removed your channel from YouTube. Anyone who calls themselves a full-time YouTuber, you're living in Cloud Cuckoo land. Because you could lose your channel tomorrow, today. Hi guys, welcome back. This is Alpha Omega Occasionally. Today, I am relieved. Yesterday, I was still in shock. The previous day, I was absolutely beside myself. You may notice, or may not notice, that I'm in a place I've never been to before. I don't even know where I am. I just got into the car and I drove, because that's the frame of mind I'm in. I'm completely discombobulated. When's the last time you heard that? I woke up, today is Friday, I woke up on Wednesday morning, did all the things I normally do, not knowing the sheer catastrophic events that were to unfold. I'll just cut to the chase. Obviously you're familiar with this channel, Alpha Omega Occasionally, but you might also be familiar with my other channel, The Big Picture El Panorama. And in mentioning The Big Picture El Panorama, there lies the problem, or there lay the problem. You see, when I woke up on Wednesday morning and did all my stuff, when I finished doing all my stuff, I casually, almost automatically glanced at my phone to access my YouTube studio. Every creator, every YouTuber has a YouTube studio. And guess what? I got a message. I don't have permission to view this page. I said, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? And then I went onto my computer in the vain hope that it might be a different thing on the computer. It might just be something wrong with the phone, but oh no. I clicked on my icon. That's the icon for The Big Picture El Panorama on YouTube. I clicked on that. And when you click on that, it usually gives a drop-down menu of all your accounts. I have 4 channels on YouTube. I had 4 up until Wednesday morning. The Big Picture El Panorama you know about. BPEP2 you may know about. Both of which I haven't been uploading at all. You know, I haven't uploaded anything for the last 6 months or so, or 4 or 5 months. I'm concentrating on Alpha Omega Occasionally, and thank God I am. So when I clicked on the drop down menu, nothing came up. No Alpha, no BPEP2, and Harry has a channel, Nuke 101, Harry's channel. That wasn't there either. It was just The Big Picture El Panorama, but nothing, I couldn't, when I clicked on it, this channel doesn't exist. So I tried to get into Alpha Omega but couldn't. So then I typed in Alpha Omega into a YouTube search and it came up with the channel, but I wasn't signed in. I tried to make a comment on Alpha Omega to say that I have a problem, to let people know, but it says to make a comment you have to sign into YouTube. So I tried to sign into YouTube, and every time I tried to sign into YouTube, it just kept coming back, sign into YouTube. It wouldn't let me sign in. I wasn't really aware of what was going on. I was panicking. Because see, YouTube is my life. It's a persona that I have. Someone I was talking to a long time ago, a very, very, very intelligent Italian girl. And we were discussing this personas, because persona in Italian is person or whatever, but she was studying psychology, and I mentioned to her that we might have 3 or 4 persona. Apparently, now I haven't Googled this morning, we have more than 16 persona. So this is my YouTube persona, and I'd lost it. And I can't expect anyone to understand what that feels like when you lose a YouTube channel or lose access to a YouTube channel. The big picture was gone. Alpha Omega was still there, but I couldn't access it. And then I got an email from YouTube detailing what the issue was. And it says as follows: we have reviewed your content and found severe or repeated violations of I'm reading in the sunlight, it's hard to see, of our sale of regulated goods policy. Because of this, we have removed your channel from YouTube. And it goes on. Severe or repeated violations of the sale of regulated goods? What is that? I was beside myself, racking my brain. What the hell is this about? It gave me the option to appeal. There's a little box and you can type in your appeal. I typed in an appeal in a frenzy. I was absolutely flustered. So it went something like, I have never, to the best of my knowledge, or never put up any content that would contravene YouTube's community guidelines. And I said that my channel, The Big Picture El Panorama, is gone. And I can't access Alpha Omega occasionally, but it's still there. I said, please allow me to access my YouTube account again. Something like that. And I did something I haven't done for years. I went down to 7-Eleven and bought 20 cigarettes. I had a cigarette in the smoking area in the apartment. I was that stressed. I put it out. I didn't even smoke it. I just took a couple of things and drags out of it. And it weren't even, as Bill Clinton said, I didn't inhale. Was it him that said that? I didn't really inhale it. And I just put it out. And I was walking back to the condo from the smoking area, and I looked at my phone again. Another mail from YouTube. We have reviewed your appeal and we have reinstated your channels. What the hell? What the hell was that all about? Could me Pepsi, man? Coke?
Oh, Pepsi?
Pepsi. Okay, check that. Okay. So yeah, what the hell? But what the hell, I'm going to have something to eat and talk to you more. Thank you. Okay. I need a cup, okay? Thank you. So what the hell? What was all that about? Why in the name of God did it happen in the first place? If I had violated the community guidelines to the extent where they removed my channel, and they actually told me they removed my channel, how come if I appeal it by just saying that I didn't put up anything, would it just be put back up again? It didn't make any sense to me. So, with that, it wasn't over yet, you see. I got the channel back. Then I got an absolute deluge of email copyright claims, not copyright strikes, copyright claims for music that I'd used on The Big Picture El Panorama, music that I'd paid for. I'm not going to name the site, but there's various websites that you can subscribe to where you can use music, and I subscribe to one for this channel. It's upbeat.com, absolutely fantastic. But this other channel, this other website I'm talking to you about now, it's not upbeat.com, it's someone else, or some other crowd. Anyway, at some stage in the past, I ended my subscription with them. But it was clear when you're signing up that they said, if you ever end your subscription, the music you download while you were subscribed is yours for life. You've got the license for that music for life. Anyway, I ended my subscription, thought no more about it, but it was like the perfect storm. Channel taken down, can't access Alpha Omega, channel goes back up, everything's grand again. then I get these emails, copyright claim, cannot be monetized, all for the big picture. And at that stage on Wednesday, I hadn't uploaded anything on the big picture for at least 4 or 5 months. So I got a warning on my channel about breaching community guidelines. And a warning is not a strike, but if you get 2 warnings, it's a strike, and you can't upload for a week. And because this is on the Big Picture El Panorama, and because the Big Picture El Panorama is the main channel on the account, it will affect all channels, including this one. So what did I do? I deleted every single thing on the Big Picture El Panorama. 3.5 years of work. Every shorts I had in the tens of millions of views, videos I had in the millions of views, residual revenue that I was getting from it, all gone. And you might say, why did I do it? Well, if you've got gangrene on your finger, you're going to cut it off, and you'll cut off some healthy part of your finger as well to make sure it didn't spread. That's what I did. I sacrificed the Big Picture El Panorama for the benefit of Alpha Omega. You see, it's my understanding that, thank you, right now, thank you so much, thank you. It looks much bigger on the menu, then again, it always does. Not a food channel, but this is crispy pork and pork with rice with a boiled egg. There you go, how about that? And you've got your consommé. Again, it's not a food channel, but might as well share it with you. And our sauce. The sauce is to die for. And there's this other sort of spicy soy sauce. I don't know what that is, I'm not sure. I'm not a foodie. So I sacrificed the Big Picture for Alpha. And straight away, for next month, my revenue will be down because of that. Because I was getting residual revenue from the Big Picture. So I can ask you at this stage, if you want to help me on Buy Me a Coffee, there's a list of people who recently helped me on Buy Me a Coffee. The QR code is there, and there's a link in the description. It was an awakening for me. It was absolutely, I'm going to pour this over this. It was an awakening for me. I'm sure I'm not meant to do that, but I'm doing it anyway. I did a bit of research. That's lovely. I did a bit of research on this. YouTube deletes hundreds of thousands of channels per day. I'll say that again. Hundreds of thousands of channels per day. Now, I assume, to assume is to make an ass of you and me, but that these channels are probably no content on them, or nobody uploads on them, or whatever, I don't know. But it also affects people like me, genuine content creators. That's a fancy term, isn't it? This sauce is lovely. It did look much bigger on the menu, however. That's very nice. Sorry about the humming in the background. It's their air conditioning or fan or something. So, anyone who calls themselves a full-time YouTuber, you're living in Cloud Cuckoo land, because you could lose your channel tomorrow, today, and you've got no recourse. I didn't know this at the time that I appealed, but less than 5% of appeals are successful. So if that hadn't have worked out for me, I wouldn't be talking to you today. And all the work and all the relationships that I built with you guys would have been. It just goes to, what's that? I don't know what that is. It just goes to show you that YouTube is as fickle as. I enjoy success on YouTube. albeit bridal success. But success nonetheless. Imagine I was full-time YouTube. I'm not full-time. I'm kind of almost full-time, but part-time YouTuber. But imagine I was full-time and I had my mortgage to pay and other commitments and all the rest of it, and it just disappears in an instant. All I can say is you can follow the community guidelines, you can make sure you don't have copyright content, you can do all those things, but there's still no guarantee that your channel won't be deleted. Wow. That's true of life, by the way. I don't have to tell you. You can do all the good things like going to the gym, not drinking, not smoking, and not doing all those other things, and you can keel over and die. So YouTube reflects life. No matter what you do, no matter how many precautions you take, no matter how many rules you follow, it can still end in an instant. You can go to the gym. You can eat the right food. You can live like a monk. And it could end in an instant. It's been said to me more than once that you should get a real job and stop being an e-beggar. E-beggar. And I usually don't reply to those comments at all. But I'll say this. If a busker is busking on the street, is he a beggar? He's not. He's providing a form of entertainment, and people can, if they want, they can contribute. Same here. So I don't know where they're going with their e-beggar, but I'm telling you this. I'm very, very happy that I'm talking to you today. Very, very happy. I was going to go into a restaurant at the place we were at the start of this video. It was steak, fries, really nice, really nice. But when I went in, they weren't playing music. And the minute I went in, bang, music. You see, copyright. And if you're wondering why I eat or why I shoot my videos on the street, it's to avoid copyright situations. That's the deal. Let me finish this, as I always say, and I'll come back to you. If you're wondering the price, it's 70 baht for this. Coke is probably 20, so 90 baht all in. Not bad at all. Give me a bit. I'll finish this. I'll come back to you. Wow. You know, it's situations like that that make you realise. You stop and think. I worry about the views I get. Why am I getting more? But now, I'm just happy that I have a channel that works. By the way, if you click the like button now, that will help. Really will help the video. I normally say those things at the end. YouTube / Google have a monopoly, and they can do more or less anything they want to do. Well, after all, it's their business. Blah 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 blah. You can do what you want, but it just brings it home that the contributors to YouTube, and I contribute, we don't mean anything. And it's not any fault of YouTube as such, because I'm convinced all of this schmozzle was caused by AI. Because the video that was flagged as a warning has been on the channel for over a year. So why wasn't it flagged before now? And by the way, I don't even know what it was, because I just deleted all the content, so it's gone. It's gone. That was very nice. Let's see what the damage is. on. See how much they charge. All right, come. Sorry? Bad tip song. Okay. Okay. Aroy Ma, thank you. Thank you. 82 baht. 82 baht, lads. Jesus, you can't go wrong. I'll just let you in a little secret, actually, about the big picture of panorama when I was doing it. The views are very up there in the beginning, like in the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of views, and I was earning good money. And then for some reason, it died a death, and I was getting 1,000 views, 2,000 views, and you're earning your RPM, your rate per meter. That's rate per thousand, but you probably know that. On any given video for that channel was about $2.50, $3 if I was lucky. So if I get 2,000 views, I earn $6 for a video, and I come down here to Wigwam Night Market to do those videos, and I'd end up drinking. It was part of the night, going around interviewing girls, get a bit of Dutch courage, go down an alleyway down there. There's a lady that sells lots of stuff, but she sells beer for 40 baht, or Leo, 40 baht a can, and I might have 4 or 5 cans. And then when I finish my video, there's a bar down there, late night, well, they're all late night bars here. I go down there and I have a large bottle of Leo that might maybe be 140 baht or 120 baht. But basically what I'm saying is, my cost to sell was out the bloody window. I was spending more money making videos for the big picture than I was earning. And that's not the case here, you see. And it's wonderful, and it's thanks to you guys. The cost to sell for this video, I'll tell you, was the gasoline that I've used, because where we were at the start of this video was about 5 kilometers from where we are now. It's nominal, but 82 baht for me brunch. That's pretty good going. So, if you click that like button, the cost to sell will work in my favour, because I'll earn more money when I get more views, and I get more views if you click the like button. That's the way it works. I don't normally talk about things like this, but I'm still shell-shocked. I really am, and you might notice my demeanour is slightly different, I don't know, but I feel less concerned about the power that Google has over me. Less concerned. But mark my words, lads, Google has the power, because you give Google the power. I don't rely on my Gmail account for a lot of what I do. I have an account with gmx.com. I've had it for 15 years, and I have an email address on that. Fantastic. You can have up to 5 aliases on that. And that's how I safeguard myself online, that I don't put all my eggs into one basket. We're going up to Pontooten each night. It's just 11:30 now. Again, not all my eggs are in one basket. I have an online appointment, and I've got many online appointments today, thank God. So I'm not completely reliant on YouTube, but it is, as I said earlier on in this video, it is my persona. It's part of me, and to lose it, I cannot portray or convey that horrible, sinking, empty feeling when you realize you can't access your YouTube account. Oh my. So anyway, that's my tale of woe. And we're finishing on a high note because it's Friday, the sun is shining. I have a bottle of Gilby's and a bottle of Gordon's London Dry Gin in the fridge. One of those will be accompanying me to Pontooten for the weekend, probably the Gordon's. and I leave Gilby's down in the fridge to hold the fort here in Bangkok. I heard a dog there. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have had a similar experience with YouTube, let me know. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. But whatever you do, lads, join me again for another wonderful video. And I hope I'm still here to provide that for you. See you again soon. I hope.